into the NFL on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup. The Baltimore Ravens
against the Baltimore Ravens.
With that, let's get up to
Week 3
M&T
of game number 16. Last game of week number 3. This will be my last game for today. We are in Baltimore.
M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore,
Here we go.
Maryland. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. They're running for the first time with Williams. And early, how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield? It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their notes as close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. You're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down. Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard, your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a good point there is they were able to connect. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. 4 yards on the command. Don't forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. 8th play on this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City 1st.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get...
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On the ground, this is Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete the tight end Kelsey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes, and that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the 1st quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
After right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So that was a 13-play drive in total, and it would pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Bunker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And this will complete to Seth Roberts. And it's into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Seth Roberts, 72 yards. As they're now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from the wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Or any speed limits out there, and off he went. But I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're on time at 7 apiece. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they get into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And on the run. And get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, as some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. That'll be through down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch, but still, no yardage. Okay.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. No, escaping, he goes down.
Well, how about that? A time set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down on it's Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep is D'Anthony Thomas.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
2nd and 5 down. Jackson, and he's going to keep it here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Certainly making his presence felt, but the pass and the running game, he's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They run for the pistol with Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Chris Jones on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2-minute drill.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Jackson on first down. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got his man, it's Williams. 5 yards on the Harold Charles on a play like that. How tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
That's complete to Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Mahomes going to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes cut. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That could be a little bit deflating, Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it's third and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. Get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
That really good play callers look ahead and down a distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet and try to dial something up here.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Now he's got his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in Brady Moore. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
Tucker now following the main field goal, set to kick it away. Let's feel it at the 2. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal set coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams as they've already made their way back out of the locker room. So to bring you the story of the second half, let's see you right back out to Brandon Godden.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you tone that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of 40. They'll break it down at the 39. It's a pickup on 11 and a Baltimore first down.
At this stage of the game, the run pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of our yardage is up through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Roberts has it. And they've got it right across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run with Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll need to get it to the 30 for the first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got a Ingram. Good play. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the counter, Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? You know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, keeps Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And you pull it in there for the completion. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Now it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
From the 2 down, second and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown. Baltimore. Nick Boyle. There to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. A good sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
That was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Mahomes now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll line with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folding like a lawn chair. There'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes throwing complete to Hill. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy midfield. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw, and it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
They're really hoping for a turnover. Now Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of there, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Ingram. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Their confidence with a lead to throw here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take a good turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Ingram. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys realize that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with a minute 56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson. He finds Roberts complete. Whistles now at a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1 left. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Jackson to throw. It's complete to Snead. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball is tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run here with Ingram. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
1 man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Right. Ravens are winning 17-7. That end the stream. Now see you or tomorrow for week number 4 of Game 1. So please like and subscribe, and have a great night.